Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brandon. Good evening. I'm going to make a video and I want to be up front. This is going to talk about stocks. It's going to talk about Nvidia and Bitcoin specifically, which you wouldn't think are linked, but I think that they may be linked on this Thanksgiving Day and Friday. Um, I put up a post on Facebook about this, and I don't want this video. I want to be really clear, guys. I want to try to stay as humble as I possibly can as I make this video because the moral of the video isn't that I'm smart and that my ego needs fed. The moral of this video is that sometimes I feel like the universe gives me understanding. And that in itself can still sound egotistical. And because it's like, oh, the universe gives it to me. That's not why I'm telling you what I just said. I want to tell you that a lot of you don't believe in God, you don't believe in any kind of higher power or whatever. I'm not going to sit here and get in an argument with you about what his name is and which religion's the best. All I'm going to tell you is I feel like there's a greater intelligence present. And if you're really sincere, and like reverent is a good word, if you're just sincerely reverent and you really, and you got to be really quiet. You got to devote a lot of time. It's like meditation basically, except you're not formally meditating. You're just I don't know. Anyway, so the last couple days it dawned on me that this would be the perfect trap to get the masses away from Nvidia, so that the people in high places can make money in the options market without the masses keeping the options overinflated. So what happens is with any stock, options are based on, expectations. It's all based on speculation. So the options can be really expensive when there's no need for them to be. And so it doesn't even make sense to buy them because you couldn't even make a profit even if the stock did go up. It's just the options are ridiculous because you got so many people who don't know what they're doing playing the options market. So as I've started to study the options market more and more and play options, I now understand why stocks hold position and don't move, or double back and go the wrong way. Now the problem, if you double back and take Nvidia down, then again the masses all jump on board. Once they see it goes a little bit lower, they say now buy it, and then it's out of control to where the elites can't control it anymore, the smart people who try to run the show. So I got to thinking about it. I'm like, how would the elites be able to how would they be able to shake the masses? And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, Thanksgiving, the USA markets are closed. Okay. So if they could set up a trap, like a magic trick, where right before Thanksgiving, it looks like Nvidia is on its way down, then the masses, as well as all the hedge funds and everybody who aren't enlightened, who aren't in on the play, they would bet on it going down. They would buy puts and they would sell it short. And those puts and short sells will cause, come Friday when the markets reopen, it'll cause them to have to pay an astronomical amount for calls, because calls are how you hedge your bets. Okay. If you bet puts, then you got to get calls to hedge your bets, right? So I got to thinking about it. I'm like, how can you get everybody away from all the calls? Well, like I just said. And so anybody who's good at drawing boundary lines on graphs, on the charts, that there's a channel right now, a downward channel for Nvidia. And today it bounced off the bottom of that channel. But what I don't think a lot of people realized was, as it bounced off the bottom of that channel, it was also bouncing off of most of the lows across the past few months. However long it's been where it's at. I don't know if it's been weeks or months or whatever, but it's been where it's at for a while now. So, okay. So where was I? So what's going to happen, what I think is going to be the catalyst, sure, it could be good Nvidia news, but what I think is going to be the catalyst is I think the catalyst is going to be Bitcoin in general. I think that Bitcoin potentially is going to be the catalyst. I think that Bitcoin is going to run back up during Thanksgiving. And now the masses are not invested in MicroStrategy, nor are the masses invested in Nvidia. And if you put everything else, all the other stocks at all-time highs, which they are, whether it's Amazon or Microsoft, everything's super high right now. Then when Nvidia finally runs up and breaks like the $150 mark and keeps going, you've absolutely gotten the S&P 500 above the 6,000 mark, which is the 100-year trend line. Okay. So once you understand that those who play the stock markets and the options market, it's a zero-sum game. So for them to win, they need you to lose. It's not like being a farmer where if we all work together, everybody can win if we get the crop right. It's a completely different mentality. These people have the zero-sum game mentality. Okay. So they don't want you guys to make money, because if you're making money, they're not making money. It's that simple. So a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people believe in the economy instead of their economy and your economy, my economy and your economy. So anyhow, if the goal was to tank Nvidia, then what they would have done instead is they would have taken it up to a peak. And it would have been easy to do a military exercise with China and Taiwan and put it all across national news that some ship got hijacked with the chips, or some special machine that makes the chips, and boom, it would come plummeting all down, right? Everything would come crashing down. So instead, what do we have? Instead, what we have, obviously, is the alternative. It's at not an all-time low, but again, it's as low as you want to go, to where the masses think it's about to break the bottom trend line and continue on down. Now, there's a lot of lower trend lines that it broke, but the final one was at 129-ish, I think it was one of the far away peak like dips way back in history, and then the rest of them were all like 130, 132. And so that's exactly where it got down to. It got down to like 132 today, I believe. So it gave the perfect opportunity throughout the day for everybody to load calls who was in on it. And I'm not in on it. I haven't gotten any advice. Once you understand perfect storm situations, see what's going to happen is, as Bitcoin rises, nobody's going to be able to buy and sell Nvidia options and calls. Okay, they're puts and calls. Nobody's going to be able to do anything because it's Thanksgiving. So come Monday, when the market's open, before the options exchange is even open, everything's just going to be sky high, in my opinion. And that's the way to get above the 100-year trend line. So for those of you, the 100-year trend lines on the stock market itself, like the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones and the S&P 500. So for those of you who say, okay, well, then how high is it going to go? Well, if you're playing options, then what you do is, obviously, if your options expire on Friday, you got to sell them before close on Friday. But if you have longer out options, you want to sell them while it's on its way up, because it's a momentum-based situation. Anyhow, that's all. Just figured I'd put together a video. And again, if I'm right, it's not me bragging. It's not me who alone figures this stuff out. I feel like I mean, it could be possible the universe gives everybody their ideas, and we're all just a vessel, and then the universe picks and chooses who it wants to give ideas to. I don't know. Like new ideas, obviously, if you're already trained how to do something. But anyhow, that's all I got. I'm not making this video to make anybody feel bad or make them feel like they missed out. I have bad luck when I tell people about things up front. And so I've learned to kind of tone it down. And I think it's because I come across so strong with my ego, because people say, no, you're wrong, and da 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 da. And I just don't have patience for it, and I don't know how to deal with it, I guess is the best way to put it. So anyway, I could be completely wrong, obviously. So, but we'll see. I am long on Nvidia, right? I want it to go up. See ya.